All right, let's do it.
All right, good, cool. I'm gonna lower this guy. All right, cool. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
You
We're
hear an
gonna.
echo or no?
I still hear like over here and in my head. I should only be able to hear this. And same thing for you. So I would turn your volume down on Instagram specifically, like your phone, like all the way down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing this with wired headphones. That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
That's
let
good.
well, let's continue. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So we're basically going to be talking about the common misconceptions of agency owners and coaches today, specifically for Mindset Monday. And I have like literally 10 of them. So I don't know if Zach, if you want to start with any of them, because I have a bunch. But if you want to start, you can.
Well,
If
you have a
not,
bunch. You can start.
okay, cool. So because I came prepared. So there I actually sat down and thought about it. I was just like, what are some actual common misconceptions on a consistent basis that we hear not only from our students but specifically from everybody that we see online. And the main thing, one of the main things is, I don't have testimonials. How am I going to go like literally start a coaching program or a marketing agency? And my
Mhm.
response to that, and Zach, you can chime in whenever you feel like, is that people think that they need proof in order to start, but the proof is actually built in audits and testimonials and beta clients, discounted offers, or your specific content. Right. So people are literally going to come into your whatever, your system, your marketing distribution channel, and they're going to be like, oh my goodness, like I don't know what to do, this, that, and the third. It's just like I don't have any testimonials, I don't have any case studies, I don't have anything else. It's like, well, fantastic. The first thing that I would tell any of our students, more so than anything else, is I would do stuff for free in the next 2 weeks for certain people so you can get some testimonials, and then they give you Google reviews and also Trustpilot reviews on a consistent basis. So then you help 10 people. That's 10 people that'll be like vetted 1000%. Oh my gosh, you did help me with this one little thing in my business, or regarding something along the lines within your marketing agency or something along the lines with coaching. And you get your testimonials that way. An example. For example, let's say if you're doing a social media marketing, right? And you do 3 posts for somebody. It's just like, I'll do 3 posts for you that are super high quality or super engaging, blah, 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 that you can use at your own disclosure. All I ask for in exchange, if you like the post and if you use them on your page, just to give me a testimonial. And then on the flip end, like on a coach side, like, so let's say you're a fitness trainer, it's just like, fantastic. Let's literally go to the gym together, and I'll develop a nutrition plan and a training plan with you for the next 2 weeks. And all I ask in exchange is just a testimonial. And it's super powerful. And that's literally how I got 44 5-star reviews on Google. And every single month I get like, oh, you're the top rated marketing agency and one of the top rating marketing agencies in South Florida. And I'm like, it's free traffic. You know what I'm saying? So more so than anything else, I think people have that misconception in their brain that they need to have case studies in order to actually get business. But you can literally just start giving business to get business in the future, if that makes sense.
So for me, this is where me and Pedro kind of disagree because when it comes down to it, I don't think you should work for free ever, right? I think in a certain situation, working for free can work, but a lot of people may not value what you do. It's just kind of a thing. In my opinion, what I'd say is, if you don't have testimonials, you want to close somebody, it all comes down to the offer. The offer is number one, right? So if you're in a situation where your offer is good enough for people to not say no to, they're going to actually work with you. So for example, let's say you have a marketing agency, and your marketing agency is, let's say you help roofers. You help roofers get more appointments. You could say, hey, you could be your first client ever. They could be like, hey, so I want to work with you, but so many results. You're like, hey, look, how about this? You don't pay. If we don't get you results, you don't pay. You could do on a pay on results basis. You could do a buyback model. You could do turn certain different things. But the thing is, like, you have to make sure that in that scenario that your offer is good enough to actually go over it. Because the reason why they don't want to work with you is without testimonials, because they have no confidence in you. They don't believe that you actually did it. But if they believe that they'll get it for free if it doesn't work, they'll always work with you. So it's all about the confidence that you have in your agency and your systems that can transfer over to them so that they can actually move forward with the deal.
Yeah, two different perspectives. I just like
Mhm.
having testimonials because like people, it's irrefutable.
Mhm.
Like people can't be like, well, you don't have any testimonials, and if people keep harping on the fact, like especially on a sales call, like, oh, you don't have any testimonials, and then I just be like, all right, cool. I mean, I have like 100 of them, so I don't know what else to tell you. And especially have that confidence doubled. But like, you don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to start with testimonials, is what I'm saying. Like, it's just really good to have them. Next one,
Exactly.
I'm not ready yet. That's a super common one. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
ready yet. They keep waiting to feel confident, right? In the sense of like I don't know if I can do this, and this happens on our sales calls all the time. Like literally,
Mhm.
the people say like, "Oh, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do." And it literally happened today. It's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." This, that, and the third. But what people don't realize is that confidence usually comes after taking action, not necessarily getting more information,
Mhm.
right? So more people should gain, because competence leads to confidence, because you're basically doing the thing, you're putting the reps in, and then essentially you're building the confidence in order to feel that way on sales calls and everything else, right? So if I literally go viral like 20 times in my
Mhm.
life, I
Mhm.
know a thing about, or know a thing or two about going viral. I mean, I've gone viral hundreds of times at this point, but the point is that like I have the confidence that if anybody put me into their business, I can get them to be viral in the next 30 days. I know that for a fact, right?
Mhm.
But that's because of how many reps, how many videos, how many examples of shooting I've done in the past. And Zach can probably say the same thing about setting up systems for a business. He could probably do that within less than, like, get to 100K and get less than into a situation where he's at that situation for in less than a year. That whole sentence didn't make sense, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Anyway, but the point is that if you don't feel ready, you're never gonna feel ready. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? A lot of people, they complain about especially our students. They're like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what they have to do. This, that, and blah 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 blah." And it's just like, you're never gonna be ready. Person that's never made 10K online is never going to be ready in order to make 10K. A 10K business owner, is never going to be ready for 100K months. But you do it by just chomping off, like biting off more than you can chew, and then eventually just finding a way in order to get there, right? And that
Yeah.
takes with
Like,
just
you'll
basic
never
learning.
feel ready. You never feel ready,
You never
right?
feel
Like,
ready.
no one feels ready for anything. Like, plenty of people get pregnant and they feel like, "I'm not ready for a kid." Well, I mean, you never feel ready for a kid. You never feel ready for anything. What you have
Yes.
to do is you have to put yourself in a situation to make yourself ready, right? You don't wait until the readiness happens, because at a certain time, if you really want to make these decisions and make this change in your life, you
Mhm.
have to make the decision now to do it now,
Oh
right?
yeah.
For example, let's say you're dying of thirst and you need to drink water. Are you going to be like, well, I'm not ready to drink water yet? No, you're going to die if you don't. So it just goes back to, how bad do you really want it? Like, do
Yeah.
you really want it that bad? There's never going to be perfect time for anything. That's what
Yeah.
it comes down to.
Yeah. Another one is the
Oh,
market's
also,
too.
we got a
Oh, yeah.
question in the chat. Do you want to answer the question in chat?
Quickly, because this is mainly for the school people, but it says, I cold called. They said that they are at work. Is it best if I send them info? What's the objection handling for that? I mean, more so than anything else, at least for me, one really great objection handle that I actually learned from Zach was that, is that
Mhm.
if you're on a sales call, or and they're in a situation where you're on a cold call too, and they say like, "Oh, we need more information," it's like, fantastic. We can set up a call literally later this afternoon at 3 p.m. and I can give you more information. How does that sound?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, so the thing is, though, the best way to get information is to be on the call, right? So if they're in a situation where it's like, oh, just send you some more info, it's like, no, it's totally fine. I can send you some more info. But
That's
what I'll do is, instead of sending some more info, let's actually hop on a call so I can show you the information, because it's best way better to show you the information as opposed to just sending it, right? So
Yes,
just
sir.
have, that's a good objection handle. Also, Ali, so we have the list of objection handlings in the cold calling module. Just go through that, and then once you go through that, it'll walk you through everything, brother. That's kind of what it explains as
Oh,
well.
that's Ali. What's up, dude? How you doing? How you
Yeah,
doing?
it's
Nice.
Ali. So that's why you can answer. He's in the school group.
No, I got you. I got you. So we're
Yeah, exactly.
specific, like just like we said in the school group, we're specifically talking about the topic that we generated for today, which the schedule is literally on there if you want to go see it. But otherwise, we're gonna
Mhm.
get back into it. So the next thing is the market is too saturated. Oh my goodness. This is one that I get from everybody. This is like, why should I start doing an SMMA? Why should I be doing a web design agency? Why should I be doing a coaching program? I feel everybody's a fitness trainer. This, that, and the third. It's just like, well,
Mhm.
people don't realize, and I learned this from $1 Million Weekend, the book by Noah Kagan. He was the 13th employee to get fired from Facebook. And one of the best things that he actually said in this freaking book, it's literally green and has like a money sign and a hand in it. You go buy it. It's an amazing book. He says saturation doesn't matter in the market, because what saturation in the market means is that it's an industry that actually works, right?
Mhm.
And you're basically having that assumption, that limiting belief that just because it's saturated and there are a lot of people doing it, that means that a lot of people are doing it at a high level, right?
Mhm.
Most people who run a social media marketing agency off rip, and I'm specifically talking about this instance because this is what happened to me, it's that a lot of people feel like, oh no, like a lot of people are doing content, this, that, and the third. Is just like, yeah, but seldom do people ever go viral. Seldom do people ever make 100K within like the first 8 months. Literally, seldom do ever people make multiple six figures within less than 2 years. And same thing with Zach on the web design side, right? So people feel like they have to be like this, oh my god, like they have to be in the most blue ocean thing on the planet. But what people don't realize is that not only blue oceans apply to specific markets like in the niche, but specifically within the market. So what does that mean? So essentially it's just like, yes, you could be running an SMMA for per my example, but from a different perspective, not necessarily giving high video quality, not necessarily high video or essentially just like distribution, but more so through volume, through scripting, through ideas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can still get the same result. While everybody's doing video quality up the wazoo with cinema cameras, you're over here telling your client, like, let's do 100 videos in a day. Sorry, that's my bird. He's like sitting right there. He's chilling. If he squawks, that's basically he just wants attention. Anyway, shut up, Kiwi. Anyway, but he's just like, what did I do? Anyway, but the point is that I was coming from a perspective of basically let's do volume and let's actually make you into a better communicator. Because then from there, you could actually become a person that does public speaking, that can do YouTube, that can do short form, that can do TikTok, that can do Instagram and all these different things, while all these other people are doing more scripted, more like catered towards video quality, yet they're underperforming. So they see other agencies online or any other fitness coaches or coaches in general, and they think there's no room, but business owners still need better marketing. Business owners still need better access to people who actually know what they're doing. It's like the same thing with the fitness trainers. I use the fitness trainer example so much because of the fact that not everybody's body is the same. Like for me, like people, like you can't tell me like, oh bro, just go in a calorie deficit and everything's going to be fine. Brother, I've been going on calorie deficits for the past 10 years. That does not work. I have to do excessive amount of cardio. I have to do excessive amount of weightlifting. And that's how I lose weight. I went from 212 down to 140. And then I went back up to where I was at. So where I'm currently at, which is 185. And I can lift more than 95% of the people in the gym. And I'm not trying to like throw shade at anybody or anything like that. But
yes, you are. Don't lie. You're trying to flex a little bit.
Hey, listen. But I'm just saying it's just better to be in the sense of like, how am I going to push myself in this market while everybody else is basically trying to copy each other?
Yeah,
that's
exactly, bro. Like that's what comes to. Saturation is a myth. It's just you're not good enough. That's what it is. You're just not good enough. At the end of the day, right? But if you're in a situation where you feel like it's too saturated, that's a good thing because there's blood in the water. There's blood in the water. That's what it comes down to. So never feel that way. I think they call it. So of course it's blue ocean, red ocean. They call it purple ocean, where it's like the balance between two, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. Also, I wanted to look at the chat real quick because Arnav said he wanted to join the school group, but he wanted to see if we have results or proof. So when it comes, of course. So if you go to our school group page, brother, like we have a list of all of our testimonials. It's also in our Instagram page. If you go to the our results pin post, and they're also on YouTube. So you got a YouTube video as well. But we spoke about it before. So yeah, brother, if you want, we could resend the link again and you could hop in real quick. Cause like, that's basically it on that point. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Aiken? How you doing, brother? What's up, Matthew?
Aiken, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Yo, just joining from the gym here to listen. I appreciate it, you, my G.
Appreciate that.
Okay, cool. Arnav, yeah, just check it. Just check out our results in our YouTube, or just essentially go through our school group link and we can talk to. I'll literally send it to you after this. But besides the point, let's continue. So another one that is stupid, in my personal opinion, is freaking stupid, is that I need my website, my logo, or branding done first. Oh my goodness. They literally hide, but you know what this is? It's just busy work. Tell him, Kiwi. He didn't say anything.
I just want to
talk. He's like, nah. but anyway, it's just that people think it's just, I need to get all these things done for my marketing, for my image, this, that, and the third. They're just basically hiding behind busy work. And and because they're doing that, it's because it feels safer, right, than reaching out to actual prospects.
Mhm.
It's literally the limiting belief in the sense, if I told you, now if I gave you a list of 100 people and I told you to cold call all of these people would rather be like, yeah, but like my online image and my digital footprint, brother, and like I think I want people to show up to my website, blah blah blah. It's just like, brother, we've literally sold so many people without even having a running website. Literally, when I started my agency, and Zach could talk about his experience, when I started my agency, I didn't have a website. I just had my Instagram and then my client results and my testimonials. And I started with literally $500 a month. And then up to like the end of that agency, it was roughly like $2,000 to $3,000. So my thing is just like, you don't have to have a website. You just have to have a landing page or a place where your traffic actually goes to, right? So at least that's the thing for me. I think it's just those people trying to hide behind their busy work in order to avoid the work that actually sucks, which is what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. So when you start an agency, everything else doesn't matter. There are two things that you need to do to make sure you actually succeeds. You need
What's up,
marketing,
Matthew?
you need sales. That's it. You need marketing. Hey, what's good, Matthew?
I
You need
can't hear a word you're
marketing.
saying, brother.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah, he's muted.
Let's go.
You need marketing, you need sales, right? If
Right.
you don't have those two, you're going to fail. So anything else in the whole entire world that you think is important is not. So stop focusing on your website, stop focusing on your brand colors, stop focusing on this garbage because nobody cares. And mind you, you can always change it later, and you probably will. So the point is like just focus on the one thing, which is getting results and getting people on the calendar to sell. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Agreed. Also, Matthew, because you're in the school group, you can ask us any question while we're going through this. We actually have a list of stuff that we're going through, but like if you want to ask us specifically about this topic, you have the floor. Like you can ask us, and we'll and this is going to be recorded and put in the school group, so you'll be able to watch it later.
Cool.
Yes, of course. So if you have any questions, just be like, I have a question, and then we'll answer that. Otherwise, I'm going to go into the next one. So I'm bad at sales. I want to strangle everyone. And I'm not saying this is you, man. I want to strangle all of our students. And basically like, Pedro, I'm bad at sales. Zach, I'm bad at sales, blah, blah, blah. People think that sales means that they have to literally be pushy when it's really just understanding someone's problem and then showing them a solution.
This is just helping people. Sales is literally helping people. That's all.
Literally, it's the exchange of energy by just helping people. Crazy to think about, right? So if I have an issue, right? If I'm like, oh man, my back hurts. Oh no, I gotta go to the chiropractor. It's just be like, oh, Matthew comes out of nowhere. He's just like, dude, I actually have the phone to like a really great chiropractor that's down the street. It'd be like, awesome. It's just like, would you like to have that information, considering that you have the back problems? Like, yeah, 1000%. Well, it's gonna be $500. And it's just like, how badly do you want to solve the problem? How badly? And then there's the whole psychological sort of situation behind it. But at the end of the day, you're solving a problem for somebody. Same thing with fitness. I always use fitness. Because it makes sense, right? It's like, dude, I want to get ready for the summer. We're in June. Amazing. I want to have that body so the babes can hit me up. What's up? How you doing? And then all this, exactly. It's just like, well, okay, fantastic. Like, I need to lose 30 pounds. Well, awesome, brother. How fast do you want to lose those 30 pounds? It's like, well, in 12 weeks. Fantastic. Because it's like, I got a plan. I got a nutrition plan. I got all this stuff for you. How much are you willing to pay for that program? And here are my results.
Exactly.
That's
totally it. Like when it comes down to it, it's like, you understand. I want you guys to understand. And when I was selling pest control door to door, my rep, he told me this, and it really hit me. He's like, sales makes the world go around.
Yes.
Like genuinely, like salesmen are the people who move the economy forward. Because dude, at the end of the day, bro, everyone needs to buy something. Everyone needs to sell something. If you're the person who can control transactions, you are the person who has almost all the power in the economy. It's why salespeople are always the richest. If you look at people and billionaires, what do they say? They say, oh, dang, if I lost it all, I'll go back to sales. Because sales is the fastest, most efficient way to control your income and to make a difference in someone's business and life. So genuinely, bro, I want to remove this negative connotation of sales. It's really there because we have Wolf of Wall Street and the guy who robbed everybody. Of course, the people who rob people. But like the thing is, you just want to make sure that sales and you understand the value of sales and selling the right thing to the right people can change their lives.
Yeah. Pick up the phones and start dialing. Matthew, like I said, if you have any questions, just please stop us when we're ever in the middle of this stuff, okay? Do you have any questions at all or no?
So or whatever.
Yeah.
No, no. So the I'm at this point where I did. I just wanted to mention something. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm at a point where I started doing some like busy work.
Yeah.
To get a little bit of income,
Mhm.
and I ended up making enough. I think for like 200 or something for Facebook ads
Okay.
late last week,
Uh-huh.
and I don't really know where to go from there.
I gotcha.
But I knew that that could. I saw that other guy's video that I forgot what his name was, that that we're looking at with Zach,
Yeah.
and the one who said get a job, and and basically he got, I think, 9 appointments
Mhm.
with his $150 or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, how feasible has that been for you guys in running your Facebook ads for your agency?
So I don't know if Zach wants to like run this, but I also want to tie it into what we're actually talking about as a misconception.
Side
But
note,
Zach can go first.
just letting you know, Pedro, I couldn't hear a word he said because my headphones are into Instagram. So could you repeat that for me?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, can you repeat it? Could you repeat it for the Instagram as well?
No,
Yeah,
he's not on the Instagram. He's not on the Instagram
No,
live.
no, repeat the question for people who are on Instagram. You feel me?
Oh yeah. So he was basically talking about a video that he saw with you apparently, in which that like a dude was basically getting 9 appointments after spending $150, and then how feasible is that for us specifically within our business in our Facebook ads agency? And then on top of that, how I guess also the question is also how feasible is that in reality, like for anybody, pretty much. Did I get that, Matthew?
So we got
yeah. So remember the
what
guy I
nine
said.
appointments at $150?
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember the guy I said
Okay.
that he said like get a job
How
on
much is
OV.
it? That's
Wait,
15.
hold on a second. It's like, dude, just take off your earphones because I need you to hear Matthew.
Okay. I was like, remember the guy I was talking to you about, the guy who said like get a job if you're like the before, so you can make enough to like to do Facebook ads. I forgot his
Mhm.
name, but that guy. Yeah. So I started doing a few jobs to make enough to do Facebook ads.
Mm-mm.
So I was thinking about putting that in Facebook ads a little bit, like $200 or something,
Mm-mm.
and seeing if I can pump out 9 appointments like he did with his 150. Um, how have you how have your Facebook ads been in bringing leads into your company, into your agency?
Yeah. Can you hear him, Zach, or do you want me to reply?
Can you reply real quick?
Yeah. So roughly, it comes at least for me because I'm more of a creative brain more so than anything else. So it's more. Oh, there's this echo, Zach. There's an echo.
Gotcha.
Thank you. There's a situation in which that like you have to take into consideration your ad creative. There's also still an echo, Zach. I'm sorry. Could you silence yourself, please? Thank you. So there's a situation is that your ad creative really matters more so than anything else, right? Because like literally, if you have an ad creative that has like a CTR of roughly like 7 to 11%, you're gonna get people through the door, right? Now, really, it just really comes down to how good your ad creative is and how good your offer is. You know what I'm saying? Even my bird, he's saying, yeah, that's true. Anyway, I'm just being facetious, but specifically, it's just like if you have an ad creative video that does pretty well, then all you have to do is just dial in, especially the offer, basically what the ad copy says, right? So if you literally have something like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna do this, that, and the third, blah blah blah, that's just the ad creative. But then now the offer is just like, brother, we're gonna give you $120,000 in the next 30 days. How feasible do you think that is for somebody else? They're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing! $120,000. That's ridiculous! Like what? Let me sign up." Blah. And then they basically put in their information, and then all of a sudden they're a lead. And then your cost per lead, your CPL is super low because it's almost damn near impossible, right? But if you have the systems, if you have literally the believability or essentially the confidence in order to reach that goal, then you know for a fact that it's going to be an easy sell. Like for example, I was just basically saying on this video that I know for a fact I can go into any business, I don't care who it is, and I can make them viral within a month. I know that for a fact because I've done it, right? So the thing is more so it's just like it has to be a level of feasibility within yourself, within your skill set, with a combination of your ad creative, and on top of that, how good your offer is what I would say from
Okay.
like the front end of the side. And Zach could, I guess, could talk about the back end side, so if he wants.
Yeah, and I think Zach knows my offer too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's muted. So
Yeah. Zach, now you're muted. Wired headphones. Wired headphones. Wired headphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Awesome. I'm sorry, Patrick. Could you run through me the back end of it?
Yeah. So Matthew was just basically talking about like how feasible the whole premise of the question is how feasible it is to get an ad for our business to work, and how feasible it is for somebody else in a different tire business doing their own ads to get a really good result out of their Facebook ads. And I basically
feasible. I mean, it's very feasible. Very feasible. I mean, it just depends on, like you said, the ad creative. It depends on the systems in the back end. It depends on like it's just like the offer itself. There's just so many things that go into an ad. It's like there's just so many things going to an ad. Like it's definitely feasible. There's ads that work in any industry. Ads work with coaching business. Ads work with agencies. Ads work with local service-based business. I've ran ads for plumbers. I've ran ads for chiropractors. I've ran ads for everybody under the sun, and it just depends on what you want. Do you want to get leads? Do you want to get followers? Do you want to get sales? So it really just depends on what you want to focus on. You feel me?
I would also double down too on that in general. It's just that's just like your willingness to succeed is equivalent to your willingness to test. The reason why I say that is because if you run literally 10 ad creatives all at the same time, roughly at $2 each or $3 each or $4 each within a 72-hour period, you're going to know which ad works. Like, brother, we literally start every single ad campaign roughly from 5 to 10 ad creatives. And that's also another misconception. It's not necessarily how feasible it is to be successful. It's more how feasible is it for me to actually test and create these ad creatives. Because once you have a solid offer, bro, it just basically sells itself, right? If I literally told somebody that I'm going to make them $100,000 within the next like 3 months, like, and they know for a fact that I'm going to do it and I have results in order to accomplish it, then people are going to believe it, right? And especially you have a good offer in place and so many creatives that to see which ones it resonates with people in the general sense, because it's all just like based upon the market. It's like the market will tell you immediately if your ad creative sucks. If you have a CTR that's like 1 or 2%, then blah. But luckily within our school group, we have examples of literally 5 to 11% every single time that we put out an ad. And actually, we're putting out how to create a really great video ad creative, which I actually need to do, which is a note that a friend of, not a friend of ours, one of our students, JT, shout out to JT, that he was just like, if you could show us how to do that, specifically me, that'd be great, which I'm actually working on the video right now. But
nice.
I hope that answers your question. Does that answer your question, Matthew? Yes or no?
Yeah, I know it's a lot about, well, okay, so a follow-up question.
Yes.
I don't have any, like, results, obviously.
Right.
Because it's my first time doing this. I don't have any social proof or anything like that. What do you think I should spend my energy on to try and make this $200 count?
Right. So Zach, he's basically saying like because he just started basically like based on his offer and everything, like what should he do with the $200 that he currently has now in order to make this like actually like a good result, at least like a good return of investment.
So you're planning to spend about $200 on ads?
Yeah.
So he has $200 in total in order to make that happen.
Is that all you have to spend?
Yeah, right now.
Honestly, if that's the case, I would get a couple clients with cold calling first then.
Yeah.
Because $200, you can get a client, but like it's not a lot to test with. Right. I would say you should probably want to have at least $300 a month to spend. If you spend $200 one time, you may get a client, you may not, and then you're just going to blow the money anyway. We had a client who had the same thing. His name's, shout out to Nicole. He's not, I don't know where he's now, but like he did the same thing where he left and he left the school group. He's like, oh, I'm going to like save some money on ads, but then like the ads didn't work. So we just came back and like, well,
we told you.
So I say only invest in ads if you have a consistent income, either like a job, something like that, or you have enough clients that can cover your ad spend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you can honestly though, if you call locally specifically for your system, you could probably get your first couple clients in like a couple weeks. Like I closed my first client in my first week cold call.
Right.
Okay.
For $1,000 up front and $299 a month.
Right.
How many? Over $1,000 up front and $299 a month. Oh crap! And you were doing you're selling Facebook ads and the website and like basically a similar offer to what I was doing, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, because it also works for social media. It also works for web design. So it's like, it's just like I said before, it's just like everybody's expectations, especially to get results, is based upon what you think you have to do versus what you actually really need to do. And if that's the case, like you think like, oh, I need to do ads, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 in order to get a result, is not necessarily so. It's like if you don't have the cash in order to do that, which being $200 is not enough, then brother, then cold calling is your next best thing, right? Especially for your particular offer. So I would suggest doing cold calling and just ripping like 100 cold calls every single day. And
Or
you
do cold SMS or some other
or cold
system that's
SMS or
cheaper.
cold email or whatever is cheaper.
Actually,
But
cheaper system.
yeah, like cold calling is literally free. Like it's just sweat equity. It's just boop, 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 and that's pretty much all it is. Aiken has a question on Instagram Live, so I'm going to answer that really quickly before we get back into this. What do you guys think is the main difference between online sales and face-to-face sales? You can answer. I feel like I've been talking a lot. You can answer. Okay. I'll give my opinion afterwards.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to that Aiken, the main difference is trust, right? The main difference is trust. Sale, no matter where you go, it's all the same, bro. You're trying to figure out what they need and try to give it to them. But when you're in person, it's different, right? You don't have to sell that hard when you're in person. Every time I had an in-person sale, it's not that deep, bro. They trust you. You're there. Usually, if you're doing in person, you're probably doing local, so they're in the same area. So talk about like, oh, I live right over there. I go to the park, whatever. Da, 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 da. And then people will trust you. They like what you do, and then they'll move forward with you, right? So that's kind of what you want to do on that end. But the only difference is really trust. It's easier to close in person, 100 times easier.
Yeah. Matthew Brown, what's up, dude? You're literally on 2 different devices. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's like, dang, okay, I appreciate it. It's like double trouble. Don't know what to do. But anyway, well, at least now Zach can hear you and you can hear him. But anyway, but so at least for me, the difference between online sales and like door to door, for example, which is what I used to do before I even got into a business, then started selling online, is essentially like emotional burden. And what I mean is essentially like if I'm literally up to you, like 50. Okay, I'll start with this. 58% of all communication is physical. So what does that mean? This is like, okay, cool. Like that means that anything that I do, anything that I literally like portray myself to be, is going to be reactionary to the other person as they view me. Because literally, if I basically say like, hey, amazing, like, how are you doing today? What are you doing later today? Like that sounds super boring and nonchalant, right? But what if I'm like, dude, how are you doing today? Like, oh my gosh, I wanted to tell you about this thing that we have here, this, that, and the third. The likelihood of somebody actually listening to me shoots up, right? Because this is something that I actually put in our course, which is called C factors, right? Essentially smile, eye contact, and excitement, right? So therefore, the emotional burden that somebody has, like literally just to listen to me, is much higher in comparison to an online sale. An online sale, they could just be like, boop, bye. I don't care. Bye. In a face-to-face person, because people aren't confrontational, which I am super confrontational, I'll be like, hey, my brother, I just wanted to let you know that Jesus loves you. It's like, oh my God, you're a believer, Jesus fan. That's amazing. What's your favorite Bible book? It's just like, oh my gosh, did you happen to see this thing that we have right here? And it's just like, no, but I don't have time. It's just like, my brother, it's only going to take 30 seconds. By the way, we have this little thing that's literally, and then they'd be like, oh yeah. And then they start listening to me. And I have a smile, and I'm basically just like talking to them like a regular human being. Their emotional burden is high because they're like, oh, I don't want to do this guy. It's a big positive Diddy. I don't want to let this guy down. He's just basically doing whatever. He's just doing like the Lord's work. He's out here. It's hot. This, that, and the third. I want to give him a shot. This, that, and whatever. Even if it's a no. But if it's an online sale, people are less likely to give you that shot. That essentially the stage in order to do that. So the emotional burden via D2D is essentially like super high, but in comparison to online sales is super low. Like people can literally just hop out. It's happened to us a bunch of times. It's like, oh my God, like we have this amazing offer for you guys, blah, blah, boop, doot, doot, doot. And it's like, all right, cool. On the next one. Shout out to Giuliano Mazzarelli. But the point is, you guys are laughing because I'm laughing, of course. But imagine on a sales call, like that wouldn't necessarily be the same thing. So I feel like the emotional burden is much higher in person rather than in online sales, more so than anything else. Yes, sir. Now the next one, I need a big audience first. Super dumb, and like if YouTube isn't a proof of that, I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like
we closed our first high ticket client on YouTube with 24 subscribers, and we charged him $3,000.
Cool.
So like
That's like what?
bro,
You
like
know what I'm saying?
it's not about the audience, it's about the value and the
Yeah.
content. This is why I love long form so much, and
True.
this is why I know I know Instagram, and Instagram has its thing. I know Instagram is good. I just personally
like it.
hate Instagram,
I
but
like it.
but it doesn't work as well. But like YouTube is, so when you give people value, that's all they care about. Like if you see a video, like damn, that really helped me. You know, I'm gonna talk to more. I'm gonna see more about them. You hop on
Why
the
not?
call, like okay, you see the value, and then it just turns into a close. That's literally what
Yes.
it comes down to.
Yeah. Plus, it's a form of trust, right? It's like YouTube is high trust, high leverage.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if you have like 24 subscribers, but if you actually look like you know what you're talking about and you have results to back it up, especially on the video, because you have to provide value in comparison to a short form video, then you're going to do way better in like a short span of time, especially with the lower amount of subscribers. However,
Mhm.
with Instagram and TikTok and all these other things, you have to have a following, right? I mean, with Instagram alone, we had our cold DM process and we were closing people roughly at 300 followers. Now we're at 1,300 2 months later, and then we're literally growing and doing 4 million views every single month. But that's only within the situation because of the fact that we're pumping out like 20 videos every freaking day. And Matthew's like, yeah, I've seen all of them. We're out here, brother. We're grinding. But the point is that there's pros and cons to every single situation, more so than anything else. And people think that followers equal clients. That's a super huge red flag because most beginners literally get clients through DMs, specifically on short form, and referrals, and also conversations that you literally have on a consistent basis. So like if you have 500 followers, let's say, or even 1,000, and you're having like literally 200 conversations every single day, you have a conversion of roughly 2 to 3%. That's roughly 6 to 9 people that you're talking on a daily basis, and then literally a 10% conversion out of that. That's literally one person that you're having on a sales call. You know what I'm saying? So it's really up to how much are you willing to do in order to make this happen, if that makes sense. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite, gentlemen, because no one will pay me that much. Oh my goodness. Because this is a limiting belief that I had going into my business that Zach had to like pull me out of, because I was like, nobody's gonna take like my business, this, that, and that. After going viral multiple times on end, right? With just organic content, when I was literally at the height of my organic content agency, right? I was basically getting millions of views from my clients, and then all of a sudden, like I was basically saying, I don't know if I could charge these people $2,000 a month. I don't know if I could charge these people $3,000 a month. This, that, and the third. And Zach was like, "Yo, are you stupid?" because I didn't believe that my service was valuable. At least not yet. So what people basically do is that they undercharge or avoid making the offer altogether. And that's a huge issue, right? Because you make less money, you're really pissed as shit, because you're like, oh my God, I'm not making enough money, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. All these clients are so stupid and they're not paying me enough, blah, blah. It's just like, it's trust. I literally went through this. I went through this last year and a half. I was just like, what the heck is going on? And it only took another person in my life who's also in business, right? To be like, dude, like, what are you doing? You could be making so much more money off of these people. Like, what are you talking about? And I just didn't. It's more so a situation of people don't necessarily see the value within themselves. And more often than not is they don't see the value within their service or their product in general. And that's why you have to have undeniable belief that you can actually accomplish the things that you're doing because of the competence that you developed through the reps that you basically did within your business. So I don't know, Zach, if you have anything to say about that.
I mean, that's perfect. I don't think I need to say anything else. Like you gotta start more. Like what I would say as well to leave you with this, like you guys gotta, it's a limiting belief because you gotta understand, like let's just say AT&T, for example, the company AT&T. Let's say you add a new phone line, right?
Yes.
You know how much it costs them to add a new phone line to their company? 20 cents a line. You know how much they charge you? $100 a month.
Yep.
You know, it's like a 10,000x. You know how ridiculous that is? So the biggest companies don't feel bad about charging too much.
Of course not. They don't. So my main thing is that there's this thing that Alex Ramosi says, which is called the floor, right? Is essentially the point at which that your clients feel resistance from what you're basically charging them, depending on their own perceived value of what you're providing to them. And then from there, it's just like, all right, cool. If you literally price anchor, right? If you were to say like, oh, I'm going to charge you like $500 a month, and they're like, oh, I don't know about that. And you get like literally confirmation from like 10 other people that that's not essentially what you should be doing up until your point, like where you are in your business. Then you drop it down a little bit, 400, 300, until a situation where it's on a consistent basis where you develop a system. And then once you start developing that validation, right? Like let's say you have 5 people that say yes at 500, that's enough confirmation to double that, roughly go to 1,000. And then 5 people after that go to 2,000, and then literally from after that go to 3,000, like I did, right? Just don't let yourself get stuck in that rut, thinking that like people are not going to pay you $500, because I literally had somebody tell me like, yo, how could you do this, charging $500, this, that, and the third, how could, you're a terrible person, you want to steal people's money, blah blah blah. And this is after I've literally have generated so many results for myself and for like 7 other businesses at the time. And they were making me feel bad about me charging them $500 based off of my results, which is crazy. Crazy. See what other people do to you, bro? This is a mind game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Aiken says, bro, what? I know. It's crazy. Craziness.
It's crazy.
Yes, yes. But I think
What's
we're
good? Are her?
Yes.
Is it Arthur? Am I missing the T, or is it Arthur?
It's Arthur. It's Arthur, but without the T. But I wanted to ask anybody in our school group, because I see Davi is here, and also Matthew, if you have any final questions before we go. Otherwise, this is going to be on the school group.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering which video should I mean, no. Yeah, which video should I watch that explains the Loom video that we should put on that we should send to cold called prospects in order to get them to show up at the meetings? Which video helps out with that from the school group?
You hear that, Zach?
No. Could you repeat
it? Could you? Sorry, I was I had trouble understanding you, Matt. Go ahead. Which video? Yeah. What?
So Zach was telling me that we should put a Loom video and send
Zach
it to
to put a Loom video.
We should send it to our prospects.
Send it to your prospects
in order to get them to show up at meetings.
In order to get them to show
which school video, which video in the school classroom helps out with what to say in that Loom video.
Okay. So Matt is basically saying like we were talking about the Loom video to send to your clients before they even hop into a call, specifically a sales call. Is that right, Matt? It's like, where in our course is that video present? And yeah, that's just basically what he's asking.
Yeah. So what I'll do, Matthew, is I'm gonna that video is there, but it's not public. So what I'm gonna do is I will send it to you personally and make sure it's good, and then I'll make it public.
And it's a lot simpler than you think, brother. It's just like, it's essentially addressing them by first name or essentially like by a name that is, I guess, general. It's like, hey, thanks so much, this, that, and the third. We actually made it together. It's like, hey, thanks so much for literally approaching us, this, and then the third. I'm really excited for our discovery call. Just wanted to let you know, here are the ground rules. And then this is essentially what you're going to do. And then essentially you let them know what's going to happen on the call, so that way they're engaged. And then after, when they get on the call, they'll be, all right, like this is exactly what's going to happen. But then at the beginning of your sales call, you're basically reiterating the same thing in the reconciliation phase, if that makes sense. Because you're basically like, this is how this call is going to go, and just that, and blah, blah. And then you're basically doing the same thing that you said on the video, but literally in person, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. My cold call, I could say it because it's really, really simple. It's literally, I find them on Instagram. They have an ad that's from California.
Yeah.
Like, that's showing up in Georgia. So they're tracking. It's like, you know, they do HVAC, and their video, their ad is showing up on my feed in Georgia.
Absolutely.
So their targeting is off. And I say, hey, I noticed that I'm looking at your ad right now. I'm in Valdosta, and I'm looking at, I see you guys in California. You guys in California, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, listen, I do Facebook ads. You guys are getting charged for every person who sees it in the United States.
Yes.
And it's coming in Georgia. So I wanted to like, I was wondering if I could like show you the targeting and see if I could guys help you out, because I do Facebook ads, and I can help you with also on the back end with the automations and stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's how to do it. And then they just say, yeah, either they say yeah, sure, or just not. And then, or I'll do it myself or whatever. But sometimes I say, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll hop on.
Yeah. It's literally one of 4 responses. It's like, heck yeah, but not me. Let me give you a referral. no, leave me alone, or they ghost you. And if they ghost you,
Yeah.
you basically follow up with them in the course of like a week. And that's just how it is. I mean, nobody's going to tell you that, but I literally it's just, bro, we've done like thousands and thousands of cold calls, like within the past, like 4 years between the both of us, you know? So, so
Exactly.
it's just, yeah, I think that's actually a really great strategy. That's pretty hip. That's pretty
Okay,
hip.
cool. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you told me about that strategy. It's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then on the Zoom Loom video, I could just be like, hey, I'm excited for our meeting. I know I mentioned this, and then like this is what I do.
Yes.
Or how do you think I can follow that up?
Yeah, because my thing is specifically if you look for these ads that are in different places, like let's say for example you're in Valdosta, right? Shout out to Valdosta State. What's up? How you doing, Georgia? I've been around, brother. I've been around. And anyway, but the point is like say for example they're in California. It's just like, hey, by the way, you know, like the whole Loom video could be like, hey, my name is Matthew. I just wanted to let you know that, you know, if you're probably coming on this call, it's because you probably are literally getting, you know, video ads that are targeting in places that are not necessarily within your target market. So I'm really excited to actually talk to you about how I can help you with this, and I'm looking forward to the call.
Okay, cool. I like it. Awesome.
Super simple, because the thing, you're addressing their pain point, right? You're just like you're literally wasting money. You're wasting money and you're wasting time. So then therefore it's just like, let me help you with your situation overall, so that way we can actually get you a good result, and I'm the person that's going to provide you the solution to the problem.
I love that. Okay.
Very nice.
All right.
That's it.
Do that.
Yep. All right, cool. Everybody.
Oh, also,
yes.
Oh, we just had one more thing. Arthur, he was like, "Oh, it's awesome." He said, "Saw some of our videos of pure value." He closed a roofing company for meta ads. Congrats.
Let's go, G. I just noticed that there's a missing T in my. Oh my goodness! You gotta fix that, my G. Hello. But that's awesome. Congratulations to you, my friend. But if nobody else has any questions, specifically on IG or school or whatever, this is going to be on our school group. So everybody that's literally on our school, so Matthew and everybody else, you can see it in our coaching call folder. If you guys want to see the recordings of this, you got to comment start. I don't know what to tell you. You got to join. You got to join the school group. We're having a fun time over here. Anyway, but the point is, thank you so much for everybody who's watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you literally want to watch any of the other coaching calls, we literally have them on YouTube because we do these every single day. And you don't want to miss them. So please subscribe, like, comment, say hi to your boys. We're beautiful brown people. Come on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for everybody coming. Peace out.
Catch you guys on the flip. Been a pleasure.